Hi everyone, this is Daisy. So I wanted to share with you guys my current planning system. I was using a Hobonichi previously. If you did not see my the previous video, the one before this, that one explains why I changed it. But if you didn't, I'll just give you a quick reason why. So it just wasn't working for me. It wasn't so much that it wasn't working for me. I was just really busy. Life got crazy and I was really busy and I didn't have time to plan, and I tried to get back into it, and for some reason it just didn't work for me. So I decided to go I wasn't sure what I was going to try out, and then my husband bought me this planner, this Filofax Domino Luxe. I mentioned that I wanted a pocket size planner, and so he ordered it from eBay for me, and it was so sweet of him because he even noticed that I haven't been really planning, and so he was wondering why, and so he was like, you know, should get back into your planner thingy. That's what he calls it. So so yeah, so he ordered for me, and that's what I'm currently using. So I'm just going to show you guys. It's pretty empty, if I may say so. I haven't. I've been adding here a little bit here and there and stuff, and I think by December, it should be a little bit better. And so I made a decision that for the following year, 2020. Oh my god, it's so close already. Anyways, for 2020, I'm going to be sticking with the pocket size planner. I'm just going to stick with it because every time I go away from it, I always come back to it, and there's no point in me just, keep coming back to the same one if I know it works. So I'm just going to stick with the pocket size planner. I might change the cover, but it's going to still be a pocket size planner. No more Hobonichi for me, and no personal size, because personal size is a little bit too big to carry. And so I'm gonna kind of like implement a bullet journal, like the what's it called, the little bullet marks and stuff like that. I'm gonna implement them into my planning like I've done before. And so let me just show you guys what it looks like in the inside. Okay, so my favorite pen is this one. If you've seen previous videos, the Cocoiro Lettering Pen is my favorite by all time pen for planning. I love it. I love it. I love it. With a capital L. I seriously do. It's my favorite pen. And so right now I have this one that I'm using, and then inside here I have a, what's this one? I think it's a micron. Yeah. And 0.05, which is equivalent to, let's see, I think it's 0.25. I think it says it somewhere here. Yeah, it's equivalent to 0.20 millimeters. So it's really, really thin, and it's perfect for writing small things. So in here I have nothing in the pocket, and I have nothing in the pocket, and in the front I have just a clear, it's just a clear, I cut a plastic clear divider, and I just used it to, so I could attach this little picture of my husband, and on the back is a picture of us and our dogs, and I just used it, I attached it with washi tape, and that's kind of like my front cover, so that way I can see the back of the picture too. I didn't want to punch a hole, so I just decided to attach it here. Then the next thing I have is a little quote that I found on Pinterest. It says, "Be a light for all to see," and it was black and white, so I colored it to make it a little bit nicer. Then on the back of it is just, it says it's a mission statement as a Christian, and this one was, I pulled this out of Romans 12:9-19, and these are just daily reminders to be a better person, and treat others kindly and lovingly, and just help, and always help whenever I can. And then here I have what's it called? Top loading envelope this is from Filofax. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put in here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put like receipts or coupons. I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. So I have that in there blank. So these dividers are from Marlene Plans. Let me see. I have the card here. I just received them. So I had I was just using temporary like Filofax dividers for like the past week or so. And so when I was setting it up, so I just put that. But it's from Marlene's Plan to Create. So that's where I got the dividers. And they were custom dividers. So the first one says inbox. The second one says goals. This one's calendar, plans, personal, and lists. And those are my dividers right now. So in my inbox, I have, the first thing I have in here is a brain dump trigger list. And so I made it myself, and it's just like different things that would trigger things to in my mind and stuff. So I've been doing a brain dump on the last, just this week. And so this one was from November 18, and I just wrote down a bunch of stuff. And I'm using the Filofax inserts that came with the planner. And I think I'm going to order some more because they're really thin, and I like that they don't take up a lot of space. And then today was another one that I did. And so what I'm doing with this brain dump is I kind of borrowed, and I borrowed the idea from Mermaid Kitty on YouTube. And what she has is, let's see. So I'll go back to Mermaid Kitty right now. But this insert I made myself, and I got inspired by someone on Pinterest. I don't remember the name right now, but I've seen it on a couple of different Instagram pages and stuff. People create their own getting things done, kind of like cheat sheet. And so I did one for myself, and then I put like an inbox, and then the actions required, and then the list that I'm going to be using. And so what I do is, after I take my brain dump, looking at my brain dump, what I do is I pull it out. And this idea was from, now I'll go back to Mermaid Kitty. So Mermaid Kitty on YouTube, and I'll link her so you can see, I'll link the video so you can see it. So she does this thing where she uses a Peanuts Planner co-insert, and she takes her brain dump, right? And she adds it to this insert, and then she puts the different lists that she has for her inbox. So the Sundae future log master. So this is the one I have. I have Sundae future log master task projects and to buy. People have different lists, and these are the ones that I was gonna that I wanted to stick to. So she writes down. It's extra writing, but she writes down whatever she put in her brain dump in this insert right here. So it's pretty much her brain dump is transferred onto this, and then she puts a little dot next to under each category it's gonna fall into. So technically now I can actually tear this paper, I can throw this paper away, and I won't forget about the things that I was thinking about, because they're already here, they're all here already for the 2 days. So these 2 days are already transferred over to this insert. And then if I want to know where I put it under, which list it's under, then it's right here. So like the first one, brainstorm goals for I want to brainstorm my goals for the following year, and I put a little note that says I should do it before January. And this is going to go under my master tasks and my projects. The master task, because I want to work on it, I want to make a list of the possible kind of like want to make a list of like possible goals that I want. And then the project, because I'm actually going to sit down and I'm going to go through each one and break it down into like steps that I need to do for each one. So it's going to fall into 2 different categories. And so then that's what I'm doing for all of my brain dump. And if I need more of these, then I'll just put more. But I really like the idea, because then it also helps me to know under what list it's under, and where to look. So right here, if I go to this one, it says, if I go to my master tasks, it says brainstorm goals for 2020. And then I have some other things. So I have my master tasks, my projects list, my someday list, and then I have my to buy list. And that's pretty much it. That's all I have in here. So I'm keeping these lists in my inbox section. Then the next section is my goal section. And you guys have seen my goal planning and my goal setting stuff, and how I take all of that information that I brainstorm and I put it into like my own inserts and stuff, and I come up and I do my 5-year goals, and then I break it down by monthly, weekly, daily. So right now since it's almost the end of the year, I didn't want to put the monthly, weekly, daily, because I know I'm not going to stick to it right now, since I'm just getting back into it. So I only put my 5-year plan, and then I put my top 6 goals for this year. That's all I have right now. And then the next section I have is my calendar section. My calendar section is, let's see. So I'm using inserts from Simple and Trendy, and her inserts are really nice. They're simple, they're beautiful, they're easy to use. They're not too fancy, but they are nice. They are very like simple, but they're just nice. I really like the layout of it. Sometimes when they're like too fancy and they have too much decor, like it kind of, I don't know, clutters my brain and it makes it hard for me to plan. So I like that this is nice, like it's easy to read, and then there's enough space for me to write. So I just have November in here, and November has a lot of stuff in here already. And then the back of it, I have December. So I have December in the back, and I haven't written much in it yet because I haven't planned it out yet, but I will eventually, probably next week when I'm on vacation. So I'll do that. And then my next section is my plan section. And then this insert is also again from Simple and Trendy, and it's called her Hobonichi Wicca one-page layout. And so it looks like the Hobonichi, it does. And so it wasn't so much that the Hobonichi wasn't working for me, it was just that stuff happened and I stopped planning. That's what happened. Stuff happened to me, personal stuff, and which I kind of explained in the previous video. And so I stopped planning for a while, but I'm using this week on one page because that's what I like. I prefer the week on one page. It makes it easier for me to plan. And so in here, this is what it looks like. I'll show you what it looks like blank, so you guys can see. So the blank one looks like this. It has, and I'll zoom in. There it goes. So that's the blank one. It has the week on one page, and then it has the grid page on the opposite side. So right now, I'm just writing down things that I have to do for the week on the grid paper, and then I'm writing down my plans or things for each day on the left side. Then here, like I wrote down, I have parent conference all of this week. And then this one is my bullet journal key that I made using vellum. So I use vellum and I put like the little bullet marks that I'm going to be using, and I explained and I wrote down like a little description of what each thing means, because sometimes I forget, and sometimes I'm in a rush and I forget like what I use the bullet marks for. So I wanted to kind of like put it in here, and this was kind of like straight from the bullet journal book, but the only thing I changed was that they use a dot, and I was using a dot sometimes in my Hobonichi, but I wanted to go back to the square because I like filling it in when I complete the task. And then on the bottom are my colors that I use, and this is a vellum, and this is just a sticky post tab thingy, and I made a label that says today, and I stuck it on one of those clear Filofax fly leaves, so it's just clear, and it has slits, so I can just put it in and take it out as I need to, because a lot of my inserts and a lot of my stuff have slits because I don't like to mess with the rings that much. So I actually prefer to just cut slits, and that way it's easy for me to remove it and then put it back in. The next section is my personal section, which I have nothing in right now. There's nothing in there. I'm still trying to figure out what to put in there. So as I add things, then there'll be more stuff in here, and there'll probably be just like things for me, things for my husband, things about my dog and stuff like that. Then the last page is my list section, and here I have my A to Z index insert that I made myself, where I write down like under each letter are different types of lists that you can have in your planner. And so I have the 2 pages from, and then in the back I do have some lists that I added. One was birthdays, the other one is gift ideas. This one is my groceries one, and it's double-sided, so I use double-sided tape to stick them together. And then I have my spending checklist, and this one was inspired by Instagram too. And then in the back I have another clear pocket size, it was a divider. It was a divider, 8.5 clear divider, which I just cut, and so I cut to make the back page lifter, and then I used it for the front one. I think I'm going to order the Foxy Fix Pocket Page Lifter though, because I really like it and it's sturdy, so I feel like it'll help it more, because this one's a little bit flimsy. So I'm going to order that. And in the back I just have a little something very important. It's for my dogs, for my dog, one of my dogs actually, and all the red dots, all the red squares signify how many her allergies. and that way I take it with me so that when I go buy treats or food and stuff, I can check it, double check that it's not gonna cause her allergies. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any suggestions or questions or comments, ideas, just put them in the comments and let me know. I will be I will film in a December one once I have a little bit more stuff in there, and I might add some like Christmassy paper or something to make it a little bit colorful. What else? Probably in December I'll film the what's it called, planning for your goals, so brainstorm your 2020 goals. And so I'll be doing that for probably December, and then I'll share with you guys towards December. I'm planning to film my updated, planner setup for 2020 and stuff like that. So if there's anything else you guys want to see, please let me know, okay? I'll see you guys. Bye bye.